Okay, I'm 3D today. Yeah, it's not bad. Welcome, Lawbringer. How you doing? Yeah, hi and bye. Enjoy your lurk. Enjoy your lurk. Hope you have a nice lurk today. Yeah, today I wanted to play Abiotic Factor. Yeah, I'm 3D today. I'm 3D today. The situation allows me to be 3D today, I guess. But yeah, basically, I want to play Abiotic Factor today. That's what I promised. But yeah, basically, I'll tell you what are my thoughts about Metro 2033. It's okay. It's okay, I guess. I didn't really like those games. I mean, I like them, but I didn't love them that much. I prefer soccer. Yeah, I remember I think I was talking about it before, but basically I was back in the day. I was reading about that game when it was coming out, and they basically they basically they basically promised soccer, but in Subway or Metro. So that was interesting, right? But then the game came out and it turned out to be like a Call of Duty, but Call of Duty but Russian, I guess. And so yeah, that was a bit disappointing. Although I did hear that the last one, Metro Exodus, was kind of like the stalker. Which one? I mean the Metro 2033, the game, the very first one they made. Also, yeah, but yeah, apparently Metro Exodus is more what I would like. It's a bit more stalkerish, I guess. But yeah, I was talking about the original game, and yeah, I haven't read the book. I haven't read books though. I've never read them. Although I did see them in bookstores. Hello first party, how you doing? Mario indeed. How you doing? You made your character using Microsoft Bing. Oh, are they doing chatbots right now? I didn't know that. That got a very good karma system. Yeah, well, I hope it's better than in Metro 2033, when it was basically you better play that guitar at the very beginning of the game, or you will get a bad ending. I'm sorry, that's how it works. You're not human enough. I mean, you have to admit that if you don't play guitar, or in that game playing it was like you strumming it once, that means you're not human. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules, but that's kind of how it worked. Yeah, if you kill people in Metro Exodus, you get a bad ending. You actually don't know how it works in Metro Exodus. I remember it was a bit goofy in Metro 2033. But I don't really like that the game kind of railroads you into an ending by your playstyle. Plus your friends also die. Yeah, that's kind of how. That's not even really a spoiler. That's kind of how all of those ending goes, huh? But yeah, I don't really like when your playstyle. Yeah, basically when your playstyle is by the developer's admission, good or bad. I think Metal Gear Solid 3 does it very well. In that game, we actually be playing this very soon. Yeah, the remake is coming out next month, and yeah, I'm a consumer. I gotta play this. I'll probably play it. It looks, it doesn't look too bad from what I've seen. But yeah, basically in that game, the more people you killed, the only really thing you get from that is that there's one boss who's basically dead, and he basically kill all of them. Exactly. But yeah, basically in that game there's this one boss who haunts you, and basically he has a 30-minute boss fight, right? When he literally just you just go in a straight line for the entirety of the boss fight, and how long you go basically depends on how many people you've killed. So yeah, it can be 2 minutes or it can be 30. Yeah, I guess it may be even endless, because you kinda can return to previous levels or locations and then just wait for people to respawn and kill them again. Thank you, Dark Creativity. Yeah, exactly. it wasn't as good as in Metal Gear Solid 5. I mean, wasn't as bad as Metal Gear Solid 5. When you're bad, when you kill a lot of people, then you're like piece of shrapnel, like becomes bigger for some reason because very Kino. Thank you, Kojima. You find it very funny when people play Metro 2033 and people don't know about karma system. Yeah, I think it used to be like that, but now I'm pretty sure like people know about it. Who the fuck are they and why they're on Twitch emotes? I have no idea who those people are. They look like normies. Yeah, they look like normies from what I've seen. And so yeah, I don't think it's good. I don't think it's. I have no idea. Yep, no clue. But yeah, as I was saying, I want to play Abiotic Factor today. But yeah, basically what happened is that yesterday I decided like I want to stream like today, which is tomorrow by yesterday's standards. But yeah, I said yesterday I want to stream like today. I'll like stream tomorrow, but I'll be prepared. So I like go ahead and work a bit from home. I'll like get 2 hours of work done, so I can basically leave my job on the clock, so I have more time to stream. And then we'll have to go ahead and play some Abiotic Factor because it just came out like a few days ago, and I've been quite interested. Yeah, what are you guys talking about? You just learned about the karma system from this discussion, and we'll now proceed to ignore it completely. Based. That's how you do it. That's how you do it. Play it on Spartan Hardcore. Yeah, but isn't Spartan Hardcore like you have to like pay for that? It's like DLC. You have to like pay for like the highest difficulty. That was like a big controversy back in the day. Yeah, that wasn't like the original Metro 2033, but it was like that for the sequel, and maybe for the Redux edition. I don't know. Yeah, basically like pay DLC difficulty. Yeah, that happened. That actually happened for the sequel for sure. Maybe even for like the maybe even for the Exodus. I have no idea. But yeah, maybe even for Redux as well. I don't remember. As I said, I like played Redux. Yeah, I played for like 10 minutes for like 2 weeks ago or so, and then I noticed, oh hey, there are like no subtitles for for like common characters. For, like the NPCs are not important. Like basically background NPCs, and there are like no subtitles for them. And I want to play this game in Russian. You're sending Sentry to us. I see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I should be afraid, to be honest. Maybe I should. Maybe I should be afraid. But yeah, basically in the Redux version, I remember the original version. It had like subtitles for like everyone. But yeah, basically it's like unplayable if you don't know Russian. If you want to play with Russian dub, which why wouldn't you want to play this game in Russian? It's basically it's like playing Stalker in English. Although I guess Stalker in English is pretty funny. Centering Boy Waifu mode. Yeah, I think we're not getting out of that one alive, huh? I have a sepi. But yeah, to return to my story. Okay, so I basically like did some unpaid overtime yesterday, and so I can have like I can finish earlier, or I can finish on time. And literally, I shit you not, literally 15 minutes before the work was ending, basically they said that yeah, basically like you did a good work, but it just so happened that we accidentally sent you wrong information, so you have to like do it. You have to do it all over again. And I can like do it for tomorrow, because tomorrow I have a vacation, and that's also why I have a hiatus for like a week, because I'm going away for a week. Yeah, I know that they're taking me for a week out of my cell. It's so horrible. But yeah, basically because of that I had to stay. Okay, I had to stay for like 2.5 hours. Spoken English is perfectly fine. Spoken Ukrainian with a Polish voiceover and English subtitles to speak. Yeah, I've had like Polish voiceover. It's like very, very interesting, because they actually didn't dub the game. They didn't dub the game in Polish, but they like overlaid like a guy over everyone. So it's like an overlaid guy. But yeah, it kind of sounded cool. It sounded like an old movie. One guy doing the voiceover, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Although I don't think Stalker was like ever in Ukrainian. I think it was actually in Russian when like released. Now they like they're like trying to hide that fact. But I'm pretty sure like okay, maybe it wasn't Ukrainian after some time, but it's actually released in Russian. You have a Polish friend? Yeah, me too. Me too. I know a guy. He's my contact from the land of potato. Yeah, one guy doing voiceover. Yeah, I saw that. I saw like comparison. But yeah, talking English is perfectly fine. I agree, but it's still funny. Also, fun fact: I don't know about Stalker, Call of Pripyat, and Call of Chernobyl. Not Call of Chernobyl. Shadow of Chernobyl. That's how it was called. But yeah, basically, one of the guys who played Stalker in Clear Sky for sure was Robin Atkin Downs. Was that his name? I think so. Who played? Come on, Google, give me the guy. Yeah, it was Robin Atkin Downs, and he played. Let me show who he played. That's a good image. Let me show you the browser. There we go. Yeah, that's the guy. He played the medic. Science vessel commander in StarCraft, you believe? No, I don't think so. No, I think the science vessel commander was like Mr. Burns from not Seinfeld, from The Simpsons. But yeah, that maybe there was like the Mr. Burns as well. But yeah, there was like medic for sure. There was the guy who played medic, or Travis Touchdown if you're into Suda 51 games. Ramnar is live. Yeah, I'm live as well. But yeah, maybe Science Vessel Commander also is like playing in that game. I don't know. But yeah, as I said, medic for sure. You stand corrected. Yeah. To be honest, I don't really know. I don't know. Although I was actually surprised when I like noticed that because I like didn't expect Stalker to have like, I don't know want to say star-studded cast, but like recognizable cast. What are my thoughts on Crisis 3? I haven't played that Crisis 3. I played the first game, which was pretty good. And also, yeah, the second one as well. I'd say both are pretty good. I guess Crisis 1 is like better. It was like a very, very cool game, very open. But second one was pretty good as well, even though it was more Call of Duty than like Crisis. And Crisis 3, I've never played that one. I'm not even sure I own it. I probably don't own it yet. But yeah, I remember in Crisis 3, when it released, I remember that it was like this very. There was like this time that literally every FPS game had like a bow, right? They had like a bow and arrow, and the biggest promotional weapon from Crisis 3 was like bow and arrow, and I saw that and I was like, yeah, that's so lame. I don't want to play with bow and arrow. Copium. Why copium? I'm not coping. I just didn't play that game. First game, best game. Yeah, I agree. Although, as I said, I haven't played the third one yet. Yeah, it's basically like, Crisis 1 was basically the real Far Cry 2. Even though the actual Far Cry 2 was also pretty good. But that was still from the time when AAA games were still like pretty good. In general. Crisis 2 was still fun though. Yeah, I too. As I said, I enjoyed both of them. I actually really like multiplayer. Multiplayer in both of those games was really fun, especially the first game. It was literally like Battlefield, but with like aliens and the how are the suits called? Like the cyber suit and such. Yeah, you could like go maximum power or something, maximum strength, and like punch people. That was funny. Nano-suits, exactly. Yeah, that was like nanotechnology. Yeah, that was like very, very futuristic back in the day. In like 2007. Yeah, that was like almost more than 10 years ago. Protocol 3, protect me. Developing countermeasures. Release smokes. Yeah, I don't know if you should protect me. I don't think it's a good idea. Or I'll never leave. I'll never leave prison. Let's go back to my cell actually. Yeah, there we go. Crisis 1 took place in like 2020, by the way. I forget how long ago, or how in the future, how many years in the future Crisis 1 took place in. I don't remember. Like it's been so long since I played it. Like as I said, I've played Crisis 1 on my very first PC, which, or rather, my very first PC that I actually owned by myself. It was like family PC. And yeah, it was like in 2007, and it was able to play the game in like 40 FPS or something on like medium settings. So I was like very satisfied. Nanotechnology was your seminar topic back in college. Oh, that's interesting. And that's interesting. I actually wonder how if it actually managed to like release some of it, in some parts. It's like Mega Man 1 taking place in 1990X. Yeah, yeah. There was like a lot of games from like the 80s and 90s. There are also movies and such. When when they were like about future, they were always like in 2010s or something. I mean, do you remember? Cyberpunk was like in 2020, 27, I think, something like that. Wait, 1000X, you're bad. Yeah. We didn't find so much, so we switched to different topics. So I see. Yeah, actually, funny thing about uh, about degree thesis, I actually like made like my last how can I say my last science paper that I written to get my degree. It was basically about AI, and like the main conclusion was, yeah, the AI is getting better, but probably like take like 10 years or something, because it like becomes very good to like replicate faces and such. And then you know what happened like year after that? Stable Diffusion came out. Yeah, it was like 3 years ago or so. Actually, no, it was like 4 years ago or something. So yeah, basically my entire paper was basically outdated in like a year. Original Cyberpunk took place in 2013. Original Cyberpunk also had bullpup M16s and 1911s. Yeah, that would be good. That would be actually Kino. I was actually thinking about when I was brainstorming for ideas for games. I thought about a game set in like a cyberpunk, but kind of based in like 1920s or like 1920s, 1930s, something like that. So basically like gangsters with Tommy guns and like having cybernetic implants. Wasn't there something like that actually? I don't know. Because of AIs, we got AI waifu. Yeah, I think I was in that paper. I was like also like reading about chatbots and such, where the conclusion was basically the same. Like, yeah, it won't be very good. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I even like written about AI dungeon and such. And yeah, we all know how that turned out. We all know how that ended, unfortunately. Although thankfully, you can if you like really want to, you can like put a model on your PC if you like have a modern graphics card, and you basically have like a better AI dungeon for free. And it's probably better than back in the day. Did I mention Tay in the paper? What do you mean? Can you jog my memory? Sorry, I'm a bit braided today. As I said, I had a hard day. But yeah, unfortunately we're gonna have a hiatus, as I said. Tay AI. I actually don't remember that. I may have not. Although it was kind of a blur. It's been a few years. Microsoft racist chatbot. Okay, I see. You know what? Had the freedom to post. Turned controversial. I haven't read that paper in like years, but it's like possible. Or I haven't like read it after writing it. I haven't read it too much aside from the from proof checking and such. But it's possible. I was like writing about dangers of AI and such, so it's like very possible. Okay, I maybe didn't refer to it by name, but but I did say already, right, that it was a possibility that your AI waifu could become racist if you let her run freely too much. I guess it's kind of like Grog did some weeks ago, right? I mean, time is a flat circle, right? Send me a character you made using Microsoft Bing. Okay, I see. I'll check it out after the stream, if that's okay. But yeah, as I said, no biotic factor today. And as I said, I'm sorry again for like not streaming yesterday. Rock making references to Wolfenstein 3D's final boss. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Although, was it an actual final boss? Or was he only a final boss in the first episode? It's been a while. So it's been multiple episodes, and like basically like everyone remembers the first one. It's because you know it's like peak Wolfenstein, right? Still need to draw the Grog girl as the Wolf 3D Mecha Hitler. Yeah, that would be very fitting. That would be very fitting. But yeah, basically that's the boss that everyone knows, right? And yeah, he was the final. Oh yeah. Okay, I guess he was like. Oh, okay, no, actually no. Scratch that. Maybe he was like final boss of the first and final episode. But yeah, I remember like there was like a doctor who was like a boss of the second one, I think. Yeah, it's been like a while. It's been like a very long while since I've played Wolfenstein 3D. Like it didn't age that well, to be honest. I hope it's not a controversial opinion. But you know, Doom is like just so much better. In episode 1 you had Hans Gross, episode 2 Hildgross, or whatever his name. Episode 3 Adolf. Oh really? So I like completely. I guess I completely forgot about that. Maybe I need to like replay Wolfenstein. As I said, it's been a while. Although, as I said, Doom is just so much better. It's like much more replayable. Momomo TV also VT also is like, what's happening? Why is everyone coming online now? It's like a good it's like basically a good time, like Thursday evening, right? The Doctor was in Spear of Destiny. Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, I got confused because I'm pretty sure like the zombies were like already in episode 2 or 3. So you know, it's easy to get confused, especially if I haven't played in a while. Yeah, you know, when it comes to Wolfenstein, I generally like play more Return to Castle of Wolfenstein, right? Something like that. I actually haven't really played the new ones, the machine game ones. Yeah, thank you for the headpad. Thank you. Spear of Destiny had General Fettgeschicht, Dr. Strauss, and the third Grossay sibling. You think? Yeah, as I said, I don't remember. I don't remember at all this game. As I keep saying, I only like really played a lot. I only like really played a lot of Return Castle Wolfenstein, and also like the 2008 game from. It was Raven, right? Raven did that. There were like guys who took the newest ID engine and like make a new game out of it. You know, the Hexen guys. But yeah, Wolfenstein 2008 was pretty good. I remember it was very enjoyable. I haven't really played the new ones from the machine games. And I think I should at least play the first one from the new trilogy. I've heard that one is like actually good. I heard mixed results about the second game. And the third game, the one made by Arcane, then yeah, maybe let's keep that one. The new order's pretty good. Okay. I'll keep that in mind for like the future. We have so much games to play, god damn it. So many games. Yeah, I guess I have like enough games for like 3 years of streaming. Let's see if I actually be able to do that. Oh, it was 2009, not 8. Okay, I see. 2009 is also worth checking out. Yeah, as I said, it was actually a pretty good game. I remember really enjoying it back in the day. You're using copium gases. Stinky. Yeah, let's see if it helps. Let's see if it helps. I have no gas mask. As you can see, I'm so vulnerable to copium right now. It's unreal. It's unreal for sure. But yeah, basically, let me finish my my plans. Because yeah, as I said, I'm going on a trip for like a week. I think I'm going back on like not even the whole week. On like Tuesday, I think. But then I have to like go to work, so I think I'll like return for real. Vodka day keeps radiation away, comrade. Exactly. Thank you for the sippy. I have no vodka though. I do have some beer, but I'll leave that for after stream. I don't think it's a good idea with my brain rot to like stream and drink, especially since Twitch may ban me for that. It may actually happen if I don't like give a mature warning. So yeah, I'm just drinking some lemonade, which is pretty bad actually. I shouldn't have bought that. But yeah, basically I'm like returning on Tuesday for my trip. They like bring me back here to my cell on Tuesday. Then I have to go back to work like instantly. And I think I'll return around Thursday to have like another stream. Thursday, Friday, and I've actually been thinking, yeah, maybe I'll like do something longer for Friday, like some long Black Mesa, or like maybe I actually like do one of the things that was planned for its anniversary, but like I didn't have time to properly do it. Each dev drink a glass of water. Yeah, that might be. That's pretty easy actually. That's pretty easy. Yeah, don't worry. I think we may like do a drunk stream someday. I actually been thinking Crot, that the Czech FPS game with percent speedrun. And no pissing, please. No pissing in my cell. It's stinky. But yeah, I've been actually thinking about doing wine stream for Crot, because in that game you play like a Czech soldier, or I guess in that case it was Czechoslovakian, because it was like in the 80s or something. Alternative 80s, which are basically real 80s, if you think about it. But yeah, basically one of the items there was like a bottle of wine. So yeah, I've been thinking about that. Although I've been really autistic about this, so I think like the best way to do it would be like get an actual Czech wine, and I don't know how easy that is to do. Actually, I was like shopping around, and I couldn't find like anything. All the wines are like French or Italian or Californian or something, even Australian. You can get like Australian wine pretty easily here, but can't get a Czech wine, which I didn't even know they were like making wines, to be honest. I wonder from what they're making it actually. Like when you think about Czech Republic, you don't think about grapes or such. Maybe it's like an apple wine or something. I don't know. I mean, technically you can like grow it, but they're like not great. That's for sure. And yeah, unfortunately, I have to like get it in person, since in my country you can't actually like buy alcohol online, or rather, you can't have you can't have alcohol delivered to you. I mean, yeah, there are like it can get delivered if you like a shop or something, but if or a company, but if you're like a normal man, then you can do that. So that's also a problem. I need to like go physically to get it. And yeah, as I said, I haven't found the Czech wine yet for that stream. Obtain Slivovica. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. That's like a good replacement. I haven't thought about that. Thank you. AC 130 may not be affecting Broken Arrow, but still cool to call it. Let it fire and kill enemy. Yeah, I mean, all the games that AC 130 was pretty good, right? But yeah, as I said, I haven't played that game yet. I haven't bought it. It's been still quite expensive, and I don't really want to buy it on the without a sale. I don't want to buy it for a full price, because I did play wargame games. The one made by, I think they're called Eurogaming or something. Hold on, I need to check. I don't think that was Eurogaming. But yeah, they make the game. I played a bit of wargame European Escalation. Oh, it's Eugene. Oh, it's Eugene. It's Eugene. Oh, they made Broken Arrow. I think they did. They actually made Warno, which is like similar game. But yeah, I haven't like. I mean, when I tried the wargame European Escalation and wargame Red Dragon, like I don't know, I didn't really like the. I didn't really like the the card gameplay. I mean, I prefer my not FPS. I prefer my RTSs to have like base building and such. No, I like StarCraft. Red Dragon, these nuts. That doesn't even make sense. Why am I checking at this? What about Backpack Battle? Yeah, it was on sale, but it was still a bit too expensive for me. I mean for a game like that, honestly, it still seems a bit too steep. If it was like maybe $5 cheaper, then I would pick it up. But yeah, I didn't pick it up yet. Have I played ICBM? No, I did not. I'm pretty sure I did not. Hold on, ICBM. Oh, isn't that the new game? Okay, it is like a kind of like a new game, right? But yeah, it kind of honestly, when I think about new games, the only one I can like really the one that comes to mind is one called. Let me show you. Let's go back to my browser. Yeah, as you can see, I was searching. Will I play PVKK? Guys, can you like use full names, please? I'm too brain-rotted for that. But it was like game called, how it was called? It wasn't Darwinia. It was by the same devs. Yeah, that wasn't Darwinia. It was called was it Defcon? Defcon. Yeah, it was Defcon. Exactly. Same guys who made how it was called? Uplink? Uplink, right? The hacker game. Yeah, that game fucking rocks. I love that game. We really need to like play it someday. But yeah, PVKK. Let me check that one out. Oh yeah, this. I haven't played it, but I did know about it. Looks very interesting. I think you were shooting it third party. PVKK stands for Planeten Verteidigungskanonen Kommandant. Planeten Verteidigungskanonen Kommandant. Hey, was that good? Hope that was good. I don't know German. You should release a good SCP game. Yeah, I'd say like Containment Breach was pretty good. That was like pretty good, from what I remember. I remember playing that game when it released like 2013 or something, when it was like a big hit amongst like the YouTubers back in the day. But I was like checking it out a few years back, and like they really actually like added a lot to that game. Looks very interesting. It was kind of like an immersive sim, like but inside SCP company. Pretty cool. It's a beautiful language, graceful as an anvil. You believe it's Germans? Yes, it is Germans. That for sure. Graceful as an anvil. That's a good way to put it. Ich liebe dich. Yeah, very nice language. Which Warhammer faction do I like? Fantasy or the 40k? But as I said, I don't really know a lot about Warhammer aside from the games. From 40k, I like Imperial Guard. I always like play them in Dawn of War. I mean, such a cool concept. Like just normal as guys, basically facing unspeakable horrors and such, and great beasts. It's really cool. Space Marines. Okay, so 40k. So yeah, as I said, Imperial Guard. But yeah, I do like Space Marines as well. But yeah, I guess Necrons are cool. Here's a t-shirt and a flashlight. Have fun. Exactly. That's a true Imperial Guard way, right? But yeah, from fantasy, from what I've played in Total War Warhammer at least. Yeah, I do like the Empire because it's basically the same concept as Imperial Guard. Just regular as dudes with maybe some magic, but not too much magic. Basically facing like Chaos Spawn and like elves and like big beasts. It's really cool. But yeah, aside from like aside from the Empire, I also like Britannia because they're like those autistic French knights, which is very funny. But yeah, I also like Tomb Knights. They're like really cool, like the Egyptians, but they're undead. Yeah, it's such a cool concept. And yeah, I guess chaos is pretty cool. I mean, not morally, right? But like, in terms of cool factor, I guess. In all seriousness, the flak armor of the guards is capable of stopping 8mm rounds and smaller energy weapons, and the last guns can slice off limbs with one shot. I mean, yeah, but they're still kind of like, squishy humans, right? I question, Flat versus Tyranids, who will win? I'd say Tyranids, I think. I mean, like, I don't think like anyone in 40k like managed to like kill them off completely, right? And so yeah, I'd say Tyranids. Oh yeah, since we're just talking about 40k and Fantasy Warhammer, we can't forget about the best race. Yeah, here they are, the good old Orcs boys. Possibly the most realistic depiction of British people in like any fiction ever. Green is best, exactly. These kind of factoids just gave some scale to 40k stack levels. I mean, yeah, everyone like knows about the scale. That's like what everyone knows about Warhammer, right? Big cathedral ships and such. Come on, Gaziwa! Yeah, exactly. Love me, the Orc boys. They're the best boys. And do you think Nurgle will like Flat? I mean, maybe. Although I'd say Nurgle is when I compare the two. When you compare like the Flood, there's seem pretty low level to like what Nurgle would do. He's like big papa of disease and such. Score some fucking wins. We'll try. Yeah, imagine this. You have like an orc buddy who like cheers you on in the orc way while you're trying to play StarCraft Brood War ladder. Yeah, that would give you some motivation, right? Either that or Artosis, I guess. But yeah, I do like the orcs. Orcs are always a good time. Yeah, and we need more green. We need more green in our lives, I believe. Okay, back to Cell. So yeah, to finish my thoughts from like 15 minutes ago. Yeah, I think like next one will be like a very long one. As I said, purple means we are very Senki boys. Yeah, I don't understand what you mean by that, honestly. Maybe I shouldn't. But yeah, basically like the next long stream will be either Black Mesa or we finally play Postal 2. As was planned for the anniversary, but we didn't manage to do that. Because it's been a few years and Purple's the sneakiest. Yeah, actually you're not wrong. I'm pretty sneaky. In like real life, right? Because nobody ever seen a purple orc. Yeah, that's why they're like the most powerful ones, right? If like humans can see the purple boys, right? And they like get killed because they can see. Then that means they're the best. They can see the Wa, even though the Wa is like right next to them, right? Oh boy, we've really been like talking about stuff that I don't really have like much, much information about. And Red wounds go faster, ironically, because of Charn Asnable. is related to Gundam, right? That's from where Char is, right? They get Wa, exactly. And they are truly Wa-peeled. But there's like another thing that I will actually miss because of those a few days of absence, aside from you guys, is, let me show you. Let me just find it. Okay, there we go. I think it's actually like going on right now. Where's my... There we go. There you go. StarCraft World Cup is like happening. This is like literally the last tournament of StarCraft. Yeah, Charles had this custom red mecha. Vault safety limits removed. Yeah. But I kind of like didn't connect it to orcs. As I said, I'm sorry. I'm very, very brain rotted. You're going to sleep now. Yeah, have a nice sleep. Thanks for being here. Nice to see you as always. And as I said, have a good rest. Thank you again for stopping by. But yeah, basically this is like literally the final StarCraft 2 tournament, which is like official. Like after that, it's like nothing. It's like all over after that. It's like all grassroots, which honestly I don't think like StarCraft 2 will be able to recover as well as Brood War did, at least in Korea. And even like Brood War is slowly but surely I think becoming popular in like the West as well. You know, BSL is like starting to get some audience. Brood War is still peak exactly. But you know, in the West, like more people still watch StarCraft 2. But yeah, this is like already happening. Oh, Raynor, Maru, and Hero, and what? Clem like won it. He like lost everything or something? Wait, how's the? Hey, that's right. Actually, no. Are they like playing? Wait, Clem fucking lost to Classic? What the hell? He's the world champion. He's the world champion right now. Holy shit. We may actually get the PVZ final. Yeah, I don't remember if Solar is good. But yeah, I'm pretty sure Serral will of course destroy Cure. Yeah, he actually defeated Maru. So yeah, I'm pretty sure like Cure is in general like a bit worse than Maru. So I'm pretty sure Serral will like kill them. And yeah, basically like Serral only lost to Clem. Shameful display, Terrence. Don't worry. Those are StarCraft 2 Terrence, right? They are the apes. They are the apes of the game, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what? Actually, Protoss is like the hardest race to play on like competitive level, honestly. But yeah, holy shit, he got Clem 3-0. Holy crap. But yeah, so yeah, it will basically be Z. Yeah, I'm pretty sure Serral will win this one. So it will be either ZVZ. But yeah, Classic seem to be going pretty well from what I've seen this year. So yeah, we may actually have a Protoss in the final. Imagine that. It's been like years since that happened. I'm pretty sure. Actually, okay, maybe he was like in. Maybe there was Protoss on GSL or something. But yeah, this will basically be the final StarCraft 2 tournament, and I won't be watching this because I won't be there. I won't be like present to do that. I'll be away. So yeah, that's a bit unfortunate, especially since you know everyone will spoil the match. I'm pretty sure they will be like, you know, the vote will be like a week later, right, or something like that. At the very least, a few days later, and it'll be like all spoiled. But yeah, after this is concluded, also look at the prize pool, $700,000. That's almost $1 million for like one tournament. But yeah, basically ESL. Yeah, I don't remember. Either ESL is like completely closed its doors, or they only dropped StarCraft 2. I don't remember. But yeah, basically this is the very last StarCraft 2 tournament, and after that no one knows what will actually happen. Yeah, unfortunately I really enjoyed StarCraft 2, but I guess kind of ran its course. But and you know, StarCraft 2 had also this problem, right? It had a problem that basically doesn't exist in Brood War, because you know, basically Brood War had like the last patch for Brood War that was like balance wise. Aside from like the fixing the bug for Valkyries in like 2016 when Remastered came out, basically Brood War is like was like not balanced since that time, and basically you know players adapted. Players adapted, like they made a strategy. So you know, let's be honest. Let's be absolutely honest. Zerg is like OP in Brood War. Zerg is like objectively the most powerful race in Brood War, right? However, after like many years, and you know, years of literal grind that those Koreans did, they basically like managed to play around the balance. So basically, like the only way they can balance the game right now, which is also done by communities, it's very grassroots in that sense. It's by map. So you know, basically like whichever race has or has not an advantage in one season. Basically about what map that will be available. Haha, Mutago. Ah, exactly. Exactly. But yeah, as I said, basically StarCraft Brood War doesn't have a balance problem on like a high level. Because like, as I said, basically they know how to play around it. And there's like also this layer of, Brood War has this very, very high mechanical requirement. You have to know how to control the game. And there's like a very, very large disparity between players, because there may be a player who's like very very good at controlling units and doing macro, but they're like terrible at strategy. But there may be a player like great at strategy, but a bit worse than like macro and macro micro and all this management, all this control of units, and stuff like map control and such. And so yeah, basically it kind of like evens out in the end. Yeah, you do have to ensure that your building actually do make exactly, and you also must remember, why are my eyes closed? I don't know. You also must remember not to let your SCVs dance all day. Although do remember, yeah, I guess I am quite a bit AP, but yeah, do remember to put your dragoons in the arc. This is actually worth it. Although it is a bit AP, it is quite an ape thing to do, right? To just let them stand in the arc, hold position, stuff like that. But yeah, my point was that StarCraft 2 is like a complete opposite of that, because StarCraft 2 was balanced reactionarily, and there were like two phases to that, right? One phase of that entire situation was that Blizzard, when they were like still working on the game, they were like, as I said, very very reactionary. Honestly, you prefer Brood War's 12 units groups over StarCraft 2 ones. Yeah, that's also like a factor to that, because in StarCraft 2, the control is perfect, and you have like, as third party said, you have more than 12 units, right? So that's like a very very big difference. It makes a lot of difference in the end. And as I said, the control is perfect. And you can like set up the hotkeys however you want. You can do that in Brood War as easily. Pressing F2 and sending a death ball is boring. Yeah, that too. That was also like a big factor to that. So yeah, as I said, there's like a very very big mechanical difference between players in Brood War that just does not exist in StarCraft 2. I mean, eventually, like, I'm pretty sure like all the players that play on high level right now in StarCraft 2 have basically the same skill of like unit management. I mean, aside from Hero, but Hero is a special case. He's a very special boy, but that's why we love Hero. But yeah, basically like everyone basically nails the management part if they want to stay competitive, and everything else is basically decided by balance, which, as I said, was like very very reactionary when Blizzard was doing it. And after that, after Blizzard basically dropped the game from the face of the earth, they like stopped working on it. They basically left something called Balance Council, which was made from the professional players, basically balance the game. Which it sounds like a good idea on paper because those guys are like the most knowledgeable about the game, right? But yeah, soon the problem arrived. The problem was those players' earnings, those players' livelihood was decided by basically winning tournaments. So naturally, all of them tried to balance the game to favor their race. And what happened is that basically instead of like a sling, there was like a sling during Blizzard, when during one season one race would dominate. During the other, and what am I doing? What am I doing? What? What's going on? Okay, I'm back. I think I'm back. I don't know what happened. I'm sorry. He dead? No, I think I'm alive. My eyes are still closed though. I don't know why. But yeah, basically during Blizzard, as I said, one season was like, for example, Terran was dominating. On the other season, Protoss was dominating. The other Zerg, and they were basically like switching it up. like every season, and it was very frustrating. But when Balance Cancel came out, it was mostly Terran. It was mostly Terran dominated. Terran and Zerg in general, like those were like dark ages of Protoss. Like Protoss, like I'm pretty sure like Protoss haven't won any major tournament for like 5 years or so, like for a very long time. I think only recently they like started. Yeah. Basically, I would say that's what Artosis would want, right? But here's the thing: Artosis played Protoss in StarCraft 2, so yeah, I don't think if you'd like that. I mean, to his admission, by his admission, and I agree with that, is that Protoss in StarCraft 2 are actually closer to Terran in StarCraft 1 than Terran in StarCraft 2 are to Terran in StarCraft 1. I mean, honestly, he's kind of right. Yeah, I really don't like how Terran work in StarCraft 2. They're like very strange. Like I don't really know how to put it. You have they're like very micro intensive for some reason. For like like a very normal stuff like building units. You have to like switch your reactors and tech labs so you can make an actual units you want. But yeah, when you nail that, you can basically dominate. Like Terrans has so many good units at the start, which is why literally every Terran like starts with Cyclops nowadays because they're like so good against everything, including other Cyclops. But that's a very different. That's a very different issue. But yeah, basically, as I said, the balance was very reactionary, and especially in the last few days, it looked like that. A new balance patch would came out. People would start complaining, mostly about their race, and then balance cancel would like make it so that yeah, Terran would like still kind of dominate, kind of. Zergrash. Exactly, Zergrash. Hello, Lei, how you doing? Welcome. Hope you're doing great today. We're doing better than me. But yeah, basically, it was basically Terran Fest. With some scraps, with some scraps thrown in the direction of other races. But no, even when they got some scraps, there were still some nerfs to them. So it was like a very schizophrenic balance for like a very long time. And even in spite of that, like Serral was like still dominating the entire scene for like a few years. I mean, he literally only like lost majorly, which was like 5-0 to Clem. He like lost it like last year on Esports World Cup 2024 actually. So yeah, basically the last year's edition of this, I want to say party. It's not party, like an event. You was sitting in Battle Day. Yeah, I'd like to have that as well. As I said before, I had to return late from work. I had to like stay late at work for over 2 hours. Even though I like did some overtime as well yesterday. So it was very rough today. That's why I couldn't play Abiotic Factor, which I apologize again for. I know I promised that, but I'm just not in the state of mind to do that. Let me have another recipe. There we go. But yeah, basically it's just like the very last StarCraft 2 tournament. I mean, maybe they'll do another EVC 2026. Actually, StarCraft got like a lot of viewership last year. But yeah, this year they were literally blue balling people for literally half a year before they finally announced it in like two months ago or so. So yeah, people were basically scared like StarCraft wouldn't appear this year. But yeah, I'm pretty sure with the closure or ESL dropping StarCraft 2, I'm pretty sure like official StarCraft tournaments are like over. It will be like all grassroots from here. And you never know. Maybe like actually Blizzard will pull the plug. Blizzard may actually pull the plug. Remember, this was a big controversy, but back in the day, StarCraft tournament cancellations with this music playing. Yeah, oh yeah, I just noticed Ave Maria is playing. That's true. Very kino, but still very sad. Ave Maria in SNES form. Yeah, it's actually PS2 game. It's actually PS2 game. I don't really recommend this game though. It's a very special game. Oh no, let's not do that. And I'm pretty yeah. PS2 version is the PS2 version is actually only in Japanese. If you want to play this game in English, you have to like get the DS version of it, which yeah, the music was downgraded for that version, so that may actually be SNES form. You may be right, like you may be right here. But yeah, as I said, this will be the very last StarCraft 2 tournament, and you know, I don't think it'll like have a comeback as a grassroots esports, just like Brood War did, because you know, Brood War was always grassroots, even though you know Koreans kind of pushed it, but it was still grassroots. It wasn't like connected to Blizzard in any shape or form. But yeah, unfortunately, and that's why Blizzard decided for StarCraft 2 to seems similar to Hotel Dusk. Hotel Dusk is fucking great. Thanks for reminding me about Hotel Dusk. But yeah, because yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure like Flower Silent Rain was at least a partial inspiration for Hotel Dusk. They're quite similar. They're both like take place in hotels, so there is that. But yeah, I fucking love Hotel Dusk. Yeah, apparently a new game from the from the writer of Hotel Dusk is like coming out. So yeah, that'll be fun to check out when it like releases. I'm still happy. I don't know why. We need more point and click Kino. Exactly. I mean, Hotel Dusk is so good. Yeah. Okay. No. It's not my favorite visual novel because my favorite visual novel is The Silver Case, which, by the way, Flower, Sun and Rain is a sequel for. But the Hotel Dusk is like close second. Hotel Dusk is such a good game, such a quality product. Yeah. Thankfully, got a sequel. It got like one sequel, but after that there was like nothing, unfortunately. But yeah, this is basically like classical music, just remixed. And fun fact, this remix was made by Masafumi Takada, who made songs for Killer 7, and also more famously Danganronpa. You should read Justice Attorney. Oh, you mean Ace? Yeah, I love Ace Attorney. Yeah, you may have like confused it with Apollo Justice, which is like the fourth game in the series. It's only have the HD collection. Yeah, I've played that. I didn't play that one on the DS. I played that one on DS, on you know special DS made from SolarArts, because I can't say emulation on Twitch. But yeah, basically I learned English, believe it or not, from Ace Attorney. Yeah, I know it's hard to believe that I learned English if you can like listen to me right now. But yeah, that's the game I like learned from, or at the very least it was like very big help. Yeah, I love the series. I love the series so much. But yeah, Hotel Dusk is still great. Yeah, I remember like Hotel. Yeah, it was like the big trinity on the DS back in the day. It was like Hotel Dusk, it was Ace Attorney, and it was not. Yeah, how it was called? 999. I always like remember the 999 part, and I remember other games in the series, but I can't remember like the full title of 999. Just like 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 something, 9 keys. I don't remember. 9 persons, 9 doors, 9 hours. Hold on. It's called Nonary Games nowadays. It's like the PC port. Yeah, Nonary Games. That's what I've been talking about. It's actually on sale for like $5. Like, if anyone's listening to it for some reason, then actually go ahead and hold on. Nonary Games. I like put it on stream because on sale, and I really recommend it. 9 doors, 9 keys, 9 naked cowboys. Exactly. Was that 40k? Yeah, we were talking about some orc boys for a bit. But yeah, Nonary Games is so fucking good. Both 999 and Virtue Last Rewards and Zero Time Dilemma. It's a great comedy game. But yeah, I don't really recommend that one. It's very funny though. Okay, speaking of like, speaking of adventure games, I've actually been thinking about starting Kino streams, which will basically be adventure and I won't say walking simulators. Like, hold on. It will be like adventure and I won't say movie games, something like that. And I'll basically call them Kino streams. So yeah, we'll watch some Kino, possible Kino. I don't know. I have some games prepared. As I said, I bought this one called Twin Mirror. Oh, it's still on sale actually. Which is made by Don't Not, the creators of Life is Strange. So expect some massive cringe. But that's why I think it will be very funny. So yeah, basically I like want to have some streams for basically like movie type games like that. I have a few other ones as well, but those will be secret. But yeah, basically in the future, like I think around, I want to say autumn, expect some Kino basically. Don't get to Don't Not will always remind you of that ha one. Yeah, I don't remember anymore. I only remember that part from Life is Strange. Let me show you. Let me show you. The part with the gun. That one was fucking. Oh, that one was great. Stupid gun. Oh, there it is. Let's watch it.
Let's take out this wheel rim on your left.
Taking out the wheel rim now?
Do it. Oh, it's not yet. It's not yet. Okay.
Yes!
Yeah, sorry. I know what to anticipate. Unfortunately. So as you can see, I'm bracing. David Cage, please. Oh, you mean for the Kino streams? Yeah, David Cage is on the menu. Don't worry, David Cage is on the menu.
Nice shooting, Tech.
Now that's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
Like, never?
They haven't said one hella yet.
So I want one more uber cool trick shot.
Uber cool
How about
trick
using
shot.
that junker for a target now?
Yep, do it. Nothing wrong will happen.
Dude, I need a target before I shoot.
Dude. You hate how they look low poly. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'd say like out of all the things in Life is Strange, I'd say the graphics are pretty good. Honestly, Person. God, I wish. God, I wish they do that. I mean, there was a Persona attempt in that game. Unfortunately, not by that character, but there was a Persona attempt just by using gravity, but not guns. This triggers the tism. Yeah, I'd say graphics look pretty good still in that game. But yeah, let's check the.
Dent in that front bumper.
Yep, do it.
Goodbye,
Do it,
cool
dude.
bumper. Jesus! I shot myself! Ah, I shot myself! Back up!
Oh, gun?
Stupid gun.
Hold on, Chloe.
We're talking about the gun. I mean, to be frank, like whatever's wrong about her holding the gun, that may have actually been the plan. And if it wasn't, then it still fits. So I'll give him that. I'll give that to the dot note. But yeah, that scene was great. This is what I'm talking about. That's the Kino we're expecting. Oh, this entire scene. Yeah, that was kind of I guess that was the point. Maybe I don't know. I think I'm giving Don't Not too much credit. Oh, I have to give them that they made like one good game in their entire career, which was called, hold on. Oh, it's not Vampire. It was Vampire. Yeah, that one. It's like it was like weirdly similar to Pathologic. Like you were still playing a doctor, but you were like a vampire during like influenza epidemic in Britain. So yeah, it was like very, very cool game. Cooper's 4 rules are rules for a reason. Oh, vampires at RPG. Yeah, exactly. It was actually made by them, surprisingly. But it like really always reminded me of Pathologic. And yeah, as I said, it's like their only good game they made. I mean, there was some cringe, but like not as much as Stupid Gun. But yeah, basically, Mm. I forgot my point or whatever. Yeah, what else did they do? I have no idea. They made that meme game. I actually didn't know that. I always knew them as the Life is Strange guys for a reason. But yeah, they're very fun. They're very funny studio. They do some prime cringe, which that's what we're looking for during Kino streams, right? That's what it's all about. Brainless mishandling guns and blaming the gun for the inevitable gunshot will always trigger autism. I mean, as I said, this is like one of those art questions, right? Uh, can you like see some politics? Can you like see some offers politics here, or was that actually the point of the scene that they're stupid? It's like one of those. Like we have to do like don't know. You like never know. It's basically 50-50 to be honest. Gut shot. Yeah. But yeah, as I said, at the very least, whatever's the answer, we got some prime cringe, and that's what it's all about. It's like a scene of out of Beavis and Butthead. That's a good comparison. I mean, they're kind of like Beavis and Butthead, right? Just very millennial, I guess. But yeah, let's return to that music. Oh boy, I didn't expect to talk about Don't Not today. But yeah, I've been also about streams. Well, since we're like talking about future streams as well, let's return to my cell as well, like that. Since we're talking about that, yeah, actually, like I got some like video essays a few days back about like Habbo Hotel, and even like yesterday, I had like give shout out to third party right now. Yeah, I think like 2 days ago when he was streaming, we were talking about pools closed, and I was thinking, damn, I like never really played Habbo Hotel. Apparently they like brought it back, and it's like old school RuneScape, basically. It's like a classic Habbo Hotel. So yeah, I've been thinking about maybe trying it out on stream. That might be fun. We'll have a special challenge. It's a try not to get groomed challenge or like sexually molested in text. Apparently it's kind of a problem. Hey, babies, check it out. Yeah, that might be actually that may actually fits, as third party said, that fits way too well. That fits way too well to that scene. But yeah, this game is kind of a mess, to be honest, as I said. But as I said, it'll be great fit for the Kino stream whenever it happens. But yeah, I've been thinking about Habbo Hotel and also about Maple Story. That was also like a game that kind of dodged me, or I dodged that. I don't know. Dodge may actually be a pretty good way to put it. But yeah, basically, like I've always saw reviews or Maple Story. I always like saw this recommended, but I like never played it actually. And apparently they like want to bring classic servers back, and because I'm not like really interested in modern Maple Story. Yeah, okay, I did play a bit of 2, but that game was kind of mid, to be honest. But yeah, everyone like said Maple Story like used to be very good, right? And I like never managed to live through it. But apparently they like bringing it back like old school RuneScape. Maple Story 2 was Diablo. Yeah, that's like a good way to put it. It was very weird. It was like this weird MMO Diablo like. It kind of reminded me of Mythic. It's like very old like ARPG MMO. Yeah, basically PoE before PoE. Just much worse because it's like very first one. Okay, actually not very first one. I'm pretty sure they were like Korean ones. They were like Diablo MMO. But yeah, I'm kind of looking forward to it when they like bring it back. And I don't think they said when they'll do that, but they'll like do it. You're still sad you got PoE 2 for free and you're not playing it. Oh really? Yeah, you're in luck. You're in luck. Actually was like fighting my thoughts, fighting my fighting my consumerism to buy it. But I'm still remembering this game will be fucking free. I won't be paying for a free game. No way. Especially since, as I said before, I never really like I tried a lot. I tried for a very long time to get into Path of Exile 1. I tried multiple times, but I could never got into it. I don't know why. Like I really like Diablo 2. I really like Diablo 1. I love Grim Dawn. Grim Dawn is great. Grim Dawn is overrated. Play Grim Dawn. That game is the game is fucking rocks. But yeah, I just like could never got into PoE. That fucking skill tree. Yeah, that's too. It's basically a game that you have to play with it's like a website, right? You have to open a website on your second monitor, which I don't have because I'm poor. So basically, like I'll alt tab to like another website, so I can like level up my character, because if I don't do that, they'll die. Even though I did kind of okay, even with like non-meta build, especially with with like the ranger or like the bow lady. But yeah, I don't know why. I just never could get into PoE 1. It's a chore at this rate, yeah, kinda. Although to be completely frank, like a lot of people play Diablo 2 that way as well. Which yeah, you know what? There are some classes, like I guess Paladin in Diablo 2, that you basically have to play with a guide, or else it's like very, very hard. Although I did manage to like beat Diablo 2 with like an optimized build with like Barbarian, but that required like a lot of teleporting from like boss room, which was like impossible in Diablo 4. Yeah, I think about Diablo 4. I was like trying to play it on my new PC like a month or so ago, and I don't know, Barbarian, more like Funbarian, yeah, but yeah, I don't believe like Barbarian is like the weakest class in Diablo 2. Barbarian was like really fun. It's like my go-to class, big axe, go chop chop. That's how you play the game. I mean, it's such a fun class. You can like do spinnies and such. Yeah, I've also played it in Diablo 4, as I was saying. But yeah, the big problem with Diablo 4 is like there's level scaling, right? So basically, you're always weak in that game. Like, basically whatever gear you get, which is always trash, by the way. But whatever gear you get, basically becomes obsolete like the next level. And it's basically like very hard to like find a gear for your class, which is okay. It's easy to find armor, but very hard to find weapons. So basically, like you can like spend multiple levels, like basically doing chip damage to your enemy because of level scaling. And I hated that so much. I couldn't bear it. Like I dropped Diablo 2 in like the first act because I just couldn't play it, which is such a shame, because Diablo, not Diablo 2, Diablo 4. I'm talking about Diablo 4 right now. But yeah, it's such a shame because Diablo 4 has like so good production values. Like you can see the money, you can like see and feel the money that they poured into that game, right? Yeah, it's like a very good game, like great atmosphere and such, like good combat system, even though. But yeah, basically good combat system, good skills, stuff like that. I basically like that game. Aside from level scaling, this basically ruins the game for me, and also like makes the game really hard, and also like basically forces you to, basically like forces you to play with a guide, which I hated. So yeah, I basically dropped that game, which as I said, it's a shame. I mean, I hope like someone will do a private server of that game, and like remove the level scaling. Ruined by the Greed of Bliss. Yeah, that's kind of a funny thing about that. Like people were like always bitching about Diablo 4. They were like always bitching about like the end game and microtransactions. But I think like the biggest problem is this level scaling in the game, because microtransactions I don't really care about. I mean, it's shitty, but I never buy them, right? I never ever bought a microtransaction aside from TF2, which I technically bought, and yeah, now I regret that. And not buying TF2 because I played during golden days, but buying the cosmetics. TF2, it requires you to buy something. Yeah, as I said, I bought the game so I didn't have to. I just did it because I like the game. It was like still a very good game when I still played it. I mean, now it's like a shell of its former self. I mean, honestly, it's kind of like scary thing to think about. Like most TF2 players like never played like before quick play, not even before Meet Your Match, right? Because when I played that game, there was no quick play, there was no matchmaking. You had to like browse a server and select what you want, and then you'd play the game. Yeah, very scary, right? Very scary and complicated for Zoomers, I think. Premiums, yeah, you have to like buy one thing, to get a premium, to get like all the features. That's how you make your Steam account verified as well. Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But yeah, I kind of forgot about that because I always had the game, so that was like not a problem for me. Good old times indeed. And we need to go back. We need to go back for sure. Funny enough, like the closest one to like the old times, like I shit you not, it's like Roblox. Like in Roblox games, you can like select your own server, or the server you want to play at. So yeah, if you want to play like in good old times, play Roblox basically, which is a very scary prospect, right? Remember how you could customize the Steam UI? Oh, you can't do it anymore. I mean I know you could do that, but I never did that because I couldn't be bothered to. But still, I was sure you could still do it. You could like still make different windows and such. Different skins. Why did they? Oh, so they did get rid of that. I didn't know that. Yeah, that's kind of lame. That's lame for sure. Very unfortunate. But yeah, basically, yeah, the Steam UI nowadays is pretty shitty. Yeah, remember what they took. Remember what they took from you. Steam Classic UI. Steam 2004. Yeah, that's how it used to look. Remember what they took from you. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, hello Deus Ex Logic, how are you doing? Good morning indeed. Good morning to you. It's evening for me. It's evening for me, but I hope you have a good morning. But yeah, as you can see here, that's how Steam used to look. But I remember it more like that. And that's how it looked. I forgot the bottom bar. But yeah, that's how it used to look. Oh, it's Reddit. And never mind then, I guess. Steam MU. Oh, so it's like a program, I guess. Coffee and making your synthesizer go whoop whoop. Yeah, it's always nice to have a comfy morning, right? It's always cool. That olive drab color. But I have to admit, that was soul. That was absolute soul. And yeah, as Late said, there was like there was like a skin that you could bring it back, but it seems like you can't do it anymore. Yeah, when you installed the Orange Box, Steam looked like that. Exactly. Exactly. Like Orange Box was also my very first Steam game that I installed. So yeah, I remember it looked like that as well. Yeah, it was very cool. Very cool, very comfy. Basically, remember what they took from you. And now it's kind of, it's not bad, but it's like very, very slow. It used to be much slower. But yeah, that new UI is like not that great. I mean, it's functional, I guess. I mean, it may be like the best launcher out of all of them, which it's not a high bar to climb. Here's if there's any unofficial ways. Yeah, I believe there would be. But yeah, I don't know. And then Valve never made another video game again. Yeah, they're making Deadlock for better or worse. As I said before, I don't really vibe with Deadlock or Deathlock. I don't remember the name. Yeah, it's just too complicated. I don't want to play another MOBA. Like Dota was enough. Dota was enough. I don't want I don't want that anymore. I don't want to return to my Dota days. Those were dark days. I lost friends because of Dota. Honestly, using the minimal games list, no need for more. Yeah, I think I'm doing the same as well. I kind of do the defaults all the time. I mean, Half-Life Alyx was good. You just have no more hope for the OG games. Yeah, I mean, you have to admit, like almost no one from the old Valve is there anymore. So this wouldn't be the same anyway. I mean, even though Half-Life Alyx was actually pretty good, but I think there's like some off guard there. Yeah, I have to like play it finally when I get VR. Hopefully like next year or something like that. You actually have to make a choice. Do I want Switch 2, which has its risks, or do I want VR and risk both overpaying, which is possible. Yeah, it's very hard choose the goggles, the device I want. I think I want the Valve one, the Steam one. I think it's called Knuckles or something like that. You bet even Pink Cookie Guy has moved on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like there's like aside from like two guys, or no, actually not two guys. Aside from like one guy who's like on TF2 team, he's like the only one left. I'm pretty sure, from what I remember. I mean, I'm pretty sure like Old Man Murray's guys who like wrote Portal and I think Half-Life 2 as well. Like Old Man Murray duo is like it's like gone from Valve right by now. And here, let me show you. Let me show you some good old. Oh, it was Old Man Murray. Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah, those are this is like very old. Oh, you can see that. I'm sorry. Let me show it to you. But yeah, this is like a very old. Yeah. When America wins the war. Yeah, 2002. That's the last entry. But that used to be like a very old blog, and that was like very influential. Like Valve were fans of that blog, so that's why they got two guys. I think it was. Yeah. I remember it was Chet Falishek. Yeah, can you find them? And there was like other guy. But I forgot his name. But yeah, basically both of those guys like went to Valve and actually wrote for them. But yeah, this used to be like a very influential blog back in the day. As you can see, it's very classic. America wins the war. Yeah, that's such a 2002 title. The Americans love Pepsi Cola. We love death. Exactly. Man, remember blogs? Jesus. Yeah, blogs were actually like going pretty good. Like until Tumblr shit the bed with porn ban, which by the way happened to itch.io, and we'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure also for like the same reasons. I'm pretty sure like Tumblr had like the same problems like with like payment processors, so that's why they banned porn. I mean, advertisers and payment processors, right? So that's why they banned porn back in the day. And now that happened to itch.io right now, and to Steam as well. So yeah, I wonder how it will go. Oh yeah, I remember. They were like also shilling for Serious Sam. Yeah, where they? Was it Old Man Murray? When there was that great quote. There was like an interview with like Team Serious or Crow Team. Tumblr's problem was the Apple Store, actually. I actually didn't know that. I thought it was like, the usual payment processors and advertisers. Oh, Death of Adventure Games. That was like also very influential back in the day. But yeah, I think it was them who like had this very great quote about Serious Sam. I think it was Serious Sam 1 or something. It was with Crow Team, that's for sure. It was like basically something like that. It went like that, and there was a question from them. Okay, so what can you say? How was it possible that the things you did for Serious Sam or the Serious Sam had like a what did you do for Serious Sam have like much better graphics and levels than like the last showcase of Daikatana? Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was Old Man Murray. I don't know where to. Well, this may actually be this. This may be this. Okay, this may not be it. That was one of the interviews with Crow Team. But yeah, basically they were clowning on Daikatana, made by our favorite. Let me show you. Made by our favorite John Romero. Gas station attendant. Yeah, life's been tough. Life's been tough for good old John. Gas station car, exactly. Gas in car. Indeed. Imagine the smell of gasoline, of course. Tumblr's problem was with the Apple Store. If you recall, the Apple Store had a policy against loot content, so they pulled the Tumblr app. Oh, I see. Oh, that's actually kind of surprising that's what signified their downfall, because it was like 2012, 13, maybe 15, something like that. But that was like way after this very big craze about phones and such. So that's kind of surprising. But I guess that makes sense. So yeah, I guess Apple killed Tumblr, and that was probably a mistake. We lost the containment zone, and the world was like never the same. I mean, now normies know about ferries and stuff. Containment breach, exactly. That was a containment breach. We didn't know back in the day how bad it will get. But yeah, I lost my train of thought again. Unfortunately, let me take another sippy. But I think to add to that, if memory serves, Tumblr tried to add some automatic content detection bot, but it flagged pictures of deserts as dark web content. I mean, maybe that was illegal desert. You never know. Oh, I mean deserts. Like the biome. Okay. I mean, maybe someone jacks off to deserts. I mean, we know about people who jacks off to tiles, right? So you never know. You never know. Basically, the rule is whatever you think is like tile guy. Exactly. Exactly. Our hero. I still remember his folder. But yeah. Basically, maybe it was that deranged desert. Classic. Exactly. That was a classic. That was a classic for sure. Naughty and dirty. Yeah, that was actually something like naughty and dirty. Or no, it was like naughty, dirty, and misaligned. I think that's how it was. Precisely. But yeah, Godspeed, tile fucker. Godspeed to you. You brought us much joy. Thank you for your service. It was like very, very long time ago. It's way more than a decade at this point. It was like before 2015, that's for sure. 07 tile fuckers. Exactly. 07. 07 tile fucker. Oh, yeah, I misread that. I'm sorry. Yeah, there we go. That's a good pin. That's a good pin, if any. Yeah, exactly. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, I'm kind of bummed out. That today couldn't be as I imagined it to be. Playing Abiotic Factor for a very long time. But yeah, unfortunately, this week is kind of weird. I mean, it started well. Like, I finished my art project finally after like a month of procrastinating. Shit happens, yeah, I guess. But yeah, basically, I finished my art project. I got my government ID like redone, and I got it back. Thank you for the headbutt. So I can like pay taxes and such. So yeah, I guess we're so back. Yeah, even prisoners have to pay taxes. I mean, you can escape. You can escape a lot of things in prison, but you can't escape the IRS. You just can't do it. Whatever you do, they'll find you. You are never safe from the forces of the big dollar. But yeah, basically, this week I was like playing Kenshi all the time. Like literally all the time, like a degenerate. Like right now in Kenshi. Hold on. Where's Kenshi? Right now I have 11 hours. Yeah, I did 11 hours of Kenshi in like 2 days or so. So yeah, I was like absolute degenerate about it. Like even today, before work, instead of like instead of making myself breakfast, instead of eating breakfast, I fucking turned on Kenshi and just played for that a lot of time before work. Yeah, it really like grabbed me, which is kind of funny because I had this game since launch and I've played that just a little bit. By the way, my tracking freezes every once in a while. Yeah, I know. I think I know how to fix it. Give me a moment. Let's try it now. There we go. What the hell happened to me? What? What the hell happened to me? Why am I... I'm just standing there menacingly. I know. What's going on? Hold on. Maybe I need to like... Will this work? Doesn't work. Sun after dark. Yeah, we're getting to a weird territory today, I guess. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, I think I... Is it because I like turned on the light? Okay, hold on, I'll try to restart it. Hold on. Get me out of here. Hold on, I'll just restart the entire thing. Yeah, very strange. It didn't happen last time. And last time I like also... I like also, turn on the light. Okay, let me try it. Let's see if that works. What? What's going on? It's so strange. Hold on. That's such a weird... Okay, that's not it. What? Holy shit, what's going on? I'm an alien, I guess. I become an alien. What's going on? Don't evil twin us. Hold on, maybe that will work. Okay, we're almost there. Oh, now it works. Now it works. There we go. We're so back. I have no idea what happened. I'm sorry. That was weird. Oh, hold on. Okay, where am I now? There we go. Okay, I see. It's kind of like... Yeah, basically in OBS, my layer with myself basically went all the way down. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, basically, to return to Kenshi, as I said, I've been playing as a complete degenerate for like the last 2 days. And yeah, it finally clicked. As I said, I bought that game, like, I had it on launch. It was like in early access. I bought it a bit before launch, because it was a bit cheaper. And my PC wasn't like that great to like run it, so I put it for like a new PC, which was the one before the newest PC. Anyway, I just kind of forgot about it. I did have like a 2 hours or so, which I mostly spent just mining ore, stuff like that. But yeah, this time I decided like just randomly to play a bit, to try again, and I did, and now it finally clicked. It finally got me. I finally became Kenshi build, which as you can probably imagine isn't that great for me. It's as I said, I've been playing it a lot, like a degenerate. Theoretically, I already have like these weird stories as well, because Kenshi is kind of like, in case you don't know what Kenshi is for some reason, that would be very, very weird if you didn't know what Kenshi is. But it's basically like a mountain blade. It's like a combination of Mountain Blade combined with Morrowind, combined with Fallout, which is weird, but it actually works. Oh, it also combined with like RTS and such. because you can actually like play it as an RTS if you want to. You can like it's basically like an RPG, but you can like recruit units, and eventually you can get a lot of units and basically play it like an RPG and build your base and such. I haven't got to that part yet. I only have like a very small gang. Basically, I have like 3 guys. Kenshi's whack, man. I know, right? Kenshi's fucking good. It's whack, but good. It's like good autism. It's like pure. It's like, you know, pure great autism. Also, I fixed myself somehow. I don't know how I did that. But yeah, I enjoyed it so much. As I said, it finally clicked. Yeah, basically I have like 3 guys, including my main guy, you know, traveling the world exploring, which is a very cool world. That's where the Morrowind comparison comes off. It also has like big mushrooms and such. It intimidates you. Yeah, as it did myself. That's why I didn't really give it a try. But yeah, I do recommend it. I do recommend you try it again. It's like very, very how can I say it? Big mushrooms, exactly. Big mushroom king. Yeah, I know what you're referring to. Yeah, it's like a very intimidating game, but if it grabs you, it's like very, very engrossing. That's like a good way to put it. It's like very fun to play. Yeah, it's kind of it's like very grindy. I have to admit, it's a very grindy game, but it's very good when they like grabs you. It's like a good time waster. Like I can like, you know, turn on my PC, turn on Kenshi, like play for 30 minutes and then do something else. It's that kind of game, you know, like explore an area or something. Because you know it's hard. It's hard. Like my guys can like, okay, maybe kill 2 bandits, but the entire group that they can do that. Because, you know, it's like you basically start like a complete weakling. You can't do anything. You can't fight for shit. You have to like learn it, mostly by beating the shit out of you. But yeah, I'm slowly but surely searching training dummies, so my exploration team can both grow stronger and also be better. Oh yeah, I forgot. I actually have like 4 guys for the exploration duty and 2 guys for mining. Losing is fun, exactly. And you know, in that game, when you lose, you can either die or you can get kidnapped. And when you get kidnapped, you can get like sold to slavery and become a slave. And you actually have to roleplay as a slave, or you'll get beat up again by the slave guards. Yeah, this game is like very, very cool. And yeah, I've been really enjoying it so much. Yeah, as I said, we're still quite. My group is still quite weak. It's actually very weak. I still have to like sneak through the big bandit patrols that are like everywhere. But I've been exploring and becoming a lot of fun. I finally like found a new town after like 2 hours of exploring in different ways. And yeah, it's been like big relief. It's like one of those games, right? When you're like venturing in the desert for so long, you're basically like all your supplies dwindle. You have like no supplies. You're like, you know, wounded from fight, and then you see a friendly town, and it's like a great relief. Or you know, you can be like a slave, a runaway slave, and you find a holy town's settlement. So then they beat you up and bring you back to your slave owner, because that may also happen. But yeah, very, very cool game. And yeah, the Morrowind comparison is like because of the world. Like the world is very, very cool. As I said, giant mushrooms, but they're like, you know, there is like a village, like one of the very first new areas I found. It's like a village of hive people, which are like bug people living in hives, right? But those bug people are like like the main roboticists from the in that universe. So if you like lose your limb and you want a replacement, because you can do that, you can like remove all your limbs. WEF bug people, exactly. I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet. But that game has cannibalism, so it's possible you can actually eat. So it's possible you can actually eat the bugs if you kill them. Because, you know, you can eat humans, eat the bugs, exactly. But, you know, if you can eat humans, then why can't you eat the bugs, right? The Bug People manga, where they look like that Obama meme. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, about the rejecting the flesh third party, there is a race you can pick up. Here's John Romero again. But here, there's a race just for you. It's called the Skeleton. And it's basically like an ancient... They look very cool. That's one thing. But it's basically like an ancient old race of robots, which are basically the first empire, from what I've understood from the lore. And they're basically immortal. And the thing is, you know, they have no hunger. And they basically have no they don't need to sleep. They don't need to eat. However, they can get broken, and you know you can't like use normal first aid kits on them. You have to like use repair kits, and you know there's also a thing that when they shut down, and there is like no one, you have like no one in your team to like boot you back up, then you will like literally never wake up. They are just you're interested in Kenshi. Yeah, I guess I can read you. I guess I can read you, right? But it's like a very, very cool race. As I said, Kenshi has like a very, very extremely cool lore, and that's like another thing why I'm so engrossed in this game. Is just so cool to explore and like learn new places in that game. And it's just cool. It's just a big rule of cool. And yeah, apparently they're doing a sequel, which will be, I guess, the engine, by the way. Kenshi 1 was made in, I think their own engine, which is still, which is like very resource intensive and very junky, but it kind of works. But yeah, they're making a sequel, and I think you can guess the engine, which is very unfortunate. This is basically Dune, but better. Yeah, that's a good way to put it, actually. Yeah, I'm pretty sure there are also like, you know, desert bugs. Or desert worms, rather. But yeah, I really recommend Kenshi. I'm having so much fun. Yeah, I don't think I will like, actually be able to beat this game, so to speak. Dune with aliens and robots, exactly. Exactly, instead of like, you know, basically Indians high on spice, you have like robots, which is also cool. Yeah. In this game you have aliens and robots and two yabus drunk with sake, so there is that. Yeah, it's just a very cool setting. And yeah, it's just a shame that the sequel will be on Unreal Engine 5. I think it will like make a lot of issues for them, just as it did for Stalker 2, right? Stalker 2 is still like unoptimized, unfortunately. And you know, Kenshi is also like this very big open world free roam game. So I can already imagine some issues that will crop up. But yeah, basically when it comes to games like that, games like this and Mountain Blade, which I've been also thinking about playing on stream someday. But yeah, things about Mountain Blade is like I never really like finished those games, which in those games I think, you know, which are sandbox, I'd consider like winning the game, you know, having your own kingdom, having like basically being unbeatable. But I never have patience for that. Okay, I guess in Mountain Blade you can like conquer the world. But yeah, I basically have like not enough patience. So yeah, basically I just, you know, keep playing the game, just exploring cool stuff. That's what I'm gonna do. Then I'll just probably leave. Okay, maybe I'll double in base building just a bit, but I don't know. It seems complicated. Yeah, it seems complicated from like Sev's video when I watched it way back when. But yeah, I can imagine like spending like next 20 hours or so in that game. And even if I want to, then, you know, I can already see you have like different starts and such, and, you know, there's like different stories you can do because it's like sandbox, and it's like, you know, chaos and shit happens basically. Like what I did what I did yesterday. Basically, I made myself, or I caught myself like punching back, right? Yeah, basically what I did, which may make my characters a bit evil. Okay, maybe a lot of evil, but you know, in a place like that, I don't think it very much matters. But yeah, basically what I did is that chaos, exactly. This game is great for chaos. But yeah, basically what happened is that one of the factions for some reason pissed off a different faction, which unfortunately for them was like was like the faction of like rugged runaway slaves versus a faction of tech ninjas. So as you can imagine, one tech ninja could basically solo the entire group, and that's kind of what they did. So me and my two guys basically stumble upon an aftermath of the battle, right? So yeah, basically what we did is that we scavenged. As I said, we scavenged the corpses, we sold them, but yeah, I did notice that one of them was still breathing, or I guess most of them were still breathing. But I just noticed one of them. So then I reminded myself, there are like only three ways to, or there are only two ways to get better at combat. Okay, actually there were three ways. Anyway, first way is to get your shit kicked in a battle, because when you like fight a more advanced enemy, then your skills raise faster. I mean, if they don't kill you, because they surely can. But yeah, the second option are training dummies, and third option is normal combat, which I guess training dummies and normal combat is basically the same. But yeah, basically what I did is that I bandaged one of those people, right? Bandaged one of those guys that were unconscious. Then I brought them to make a small place, like a campfire, so I can keep track of them. So I basically let them heal up. Let them heal up when they recover their consciousness, right? And then I let my when they woke up, I let my characters just beat the shit out of them, like multiple times. Basically what we did is that we beat the shit out of that person. We bandaged them again. Instead of limbs, that's the key part. The only thing you need to bandage for them to like survive are three things: head, chest, and stomach, or their head, heart, and stomach. Nothing else. So basically, what I did is that I kept bandaging those three body parts, but I absolutely disregarded the limbs. So eventually, like all their limbs were like unusable. Basically, they couldn't be healed anymore. They could only be amputated. So basically, what they did is that we beat the crap out of them. Then they would like sleep for 3 days after bandaging them. Then during the time we mined and such, made money, and then when they woke up and tried to leave, which was very hard for them because they had like no limbs. Then we returned and kept beating the shit out of them, and yeah, we've got a few levels out of that. But yeah, after a few of them, we saw diminishing returns. We had to stop. So that's why I'm researching. So that's why I'm researching training dummies right now. But yeah, that was pretty funny. I guess either psychotic or funny. I guess that depends on the person. But then I learned this like a common thing that players do in the beginning of the game that I basically didn't know about. And I just like came up with the idea on the spot when I saw that. And so yeah, this game is like very, very sandboxy, as you can see. It's very chaotic. It's very cool. You can do a lot of things. It's very immersive in that regard. This all reminds you of the coin room training in Dwarf Fortress. Oh yeah, Dwarf Fortress is great for that. Anyone who survives the pulping becomes overpowered. Yeah, I remember. In case no one knows how the coin room training works in Dwarf Fortress, is that you put a dwarf inside the room, and the room is like rigged with traps, which are basically rigged to the coin throwers or coin traps. So then your dwarves will be pelted by coins, which yeah, it does make them faint. It make even knock them out so hard they will die. But those who will survive will actually get stronger, or they will get more healthy, because that's how it works. How the training works. Yeah, Dwarf Fortress is also a great game. Yeah, I guess Kenshi is like in that area of like losing is fun, very chaotic, very sandboxy type of games. And yeah, I've been really enjoying my time with that one in particular. So yeah, I've been like having a joyful time with good old Kenshi. I'm finally glad that it finally clicked. Fortress-esque sim engine junk, exactly. And RimWorld is like probably the best example out of that. Like I'm pretty sure like at this point RimWorld managed to absolutely like become better than Dwarf Fortress at this point. Like Rimworld is like very, very good. And you know, like the main guy who like designed the game and programmed it, basically like wrote a book about game design after like making Rimworld. And yes, he does shield the book everywhere he can. But yeah, I guess he deserves that. As I said before, Rimworld is like the game it's like one of the two Kickstarters are like, or crowdfunded games I like crowdfunded, and that was a very good choice. It wasn't that good. It was pretty good in alpha, but you know, very, very, very basic and such. And you know, nowadays it's like very, very advanced game. It has like so many mechanics right now, and it like all works. It's actually like a very old. It's not as junky as Dwarf Fortress is in that regard. It's very polished. And so yeah, Rimworld is great as well. And yeah, I think we'll probably stream it someday, but I still don't feel confident enough in my Rimworld skills, to be honest. So yeah, I'll pass for now when it comes to Rimworld. Same with Factorio, although Factorio is a different kind of beast. Yeah, I'm pretty sure what will happen is that I'll basically try to. That's how most of my Factorio games go, by the way. I like try to plan. I try to plan stream Factorio. Yeah, I'll just tell you why it's not a good idea. Build a mega base. Yeah, just listen to me. Just listen. But yeah, basically what's going on when I play Factorio is that I chart out the best factory ever. Basically like pollute everything. I know. You know, basically like the perfect factory, right? With like, you know, no spaghetti, no nothing. Just, you know, perfectly laid out. Everything is like completely automated. You don't need to do anything. You just, you know, you put coal and everything works basically. A mega base, exactly. It's like, how are you doing, Kenan? Welcome. How are you doing today? Nice to see you back. It's been a while. Hope you're doing okay. But to return to my Factorio stories. Basically, what I'm doing is, as I said, I plan a perfect base that basically works. Like everything is automated, everything works, and then I like build it without turning it on, right? Been busy, but it's getting better. Okay, I see. It's good to see that things are getting better for you. And yeah, by the way, I still haven't played Expedition 33. I'm so sorry. But yeah, I've been thinking about starting it, like literally every week. Rip. Yeah, don't worry. I'll play it eventually. I'll play it. Don't worry. But as I said, I just keep putting it, you know, putting it back more and more. Well, that's exactly what I did with Kenshi, by the way. Kenshi was like the exact same with me, and you know, eventually I've played Kenshi as well, which took like literally 7 years. It took like 7 years before I actually played Kenshi for real. So you know, even though I like owned it before, I owned it before it released. So you know, I eventually did that. So that may happen as well. Yeah, Expedition 33 stream will be like in 20 years. I trust the plan. Okay, so return to Factorio. I like make that perfect base, right? Which is like not turned on, right? And then I turn it on, and then I notice, oh shit, I like missed one stupid detail, which is, for example, yeah, I forgot like this thing still requires you know, robot arms and such, or you know, this thing requires, I don't know, a different material that I get that if I wanted that material to like, if I wanted to put that material there, right, then that would actually entail rebuilding the entire base, and then I give up and start a new game. So yeah, basically that's how literally every Factorio game comes with me. And I've spent, let me tell you, I've spent 58 hours, almost 59 hours, doing just that in Factorio. Like literally never starting the actual game, just setting things up and then failing miserably. And you know what? I don't regret anything. It was still fun. The factory, even though it never grows, it does grow for a bit. The seeds are all sown, even though the tree like never grows from this. Which I guess it's sad. You own a Factorio too, never played it. You my friend should play Factorio right now. Just install it right now and play it. Although, actually, if you're prone to addictions, then don't play Factorio. That's not a good idea. Alright, we gotta play Factorio together. I'm scared. I'm actually scared to play Factorio with you. I don't think I'll survive. This would be like we're going to hell together, right? And you're the hell. You know, let's try to go Drummer into it as well. Why not? It'll be funny. Oh boy, I'm getting a bit tired. I'm gonna be tired, and as I said, yeah, I'll have a hiatus for like a week or so. It'll be fine. Yeah, I hope so too. I hope it'll be fine as well. But yeah, basically tomorrow I have like a long day. I have like a 7 or 8 hour drive. In the best of conditions as well. So yeah, tomorrow will be quite quite hard day. But I don't know. I kind of still want to do some stuff today. Yeah, I'm just looking at my topic list. We actually managed to like exhaust my topic list for like the first time since very long. Need to go now, but we'll be showing up a bit more frequently from now on. Have a good evening. Yeah, you have a good evening too. Thanks for stopping by. It's always nice to see you here. And it will be nice to see you more often as well. But yeah, see you later. Let me just... Hold on. Let me just give you a shout out as well. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Now everything's right with the world. Everything's good. Hold on. Sorry, the Twitch kind of imprisoned me. No pun intended. Inside it. Oh. Wrong screen. Wrong screen, there we go. We're so back. You're gonna go 100 miles per hour in your long drive? Yeah, actually I need to like... I need to check how much it is in kilometers per hour. Yeah, basically, yeah, it will be like on a highway, or like, you know, how was it called? How was it called in the US? Not fast road. Let's go to empty highway. 4 hours from here, you can go whatever speed you want. Yeah, I can assume there's like a lot of highways like that in America. Like it's just such a big country, right? It's such a big interstate or freeway. Yeah, I meant the freeway. Yeah, it'll be basically on the freeway. But yeah, basically, you know, the US is such a big country that I imagine there's like just not enough policemen to, you know, control everyone, or the control speed of everyone. So there is that. But yeah, tomorrow there will be policemen, unfortunately. But yeah, I will still like, I will still ride fast. That's for sure. Since as I said, it's a very long way, and I have to be there by Saturday. So, you know, 7 hours is like enough to get there, basically. But yeah, it will be long. It will be long for sure. And then after that, you know, another day will be long, because, you know, it will be a wedding, because I was invited, and that's why they like took me from my cell. They're taking me from my cell to go and attend the wedding, right? Someone gave him a white jacket with a scorpion on the back. Yeah, I don't know. You know what? It reminds me of those old pictures. Let's see if I can find them. It's basically he drives, exactly. I actually hate driving though, so I'll try to like not drive. I'll try to make the handler drive, actually. Yeah, I hope those images are still... Oh yes, it's still there. Yeah, I'd rather not. Look at that dog. That dog. Okay, why is the dog here? Why is the dog amongst the bad fits? Like, that dog is fucking... And that dog slaps. That dog has riz, as kids these days says, right? But yeah, basically this is what happens when... Look at this guy. This guy is chunky. This guy is quite wide, I have to say. But that ghosting image is perfect. But yeah, basically this is what happens when a normal person, so to speak, wears a scorpion jacket. Dog over, exactly. It is dog over. But yeah, this is the nice hammer. I understood that reference. He liked the hammer in that movie, right? But yeah, basically, this is what happens. So yeah, this is why you don't buy a white scorpion jacket. You're probably not Ryan Gosling, which no, it's sad, but it's true. Although I don't know, I believe like all my viewers like look like Ryan Gosling, and I'm sure you would be able to fit the jacket perfectly. Anyway, back to my cell. Yeah, I can feel my brain. Draw friends, draw him the driver jacket, please don't. Seeing those pictures, I don't think I want that. But you know, if you want that, then feel free, I guess. But yeah, I'm starting to get a bit brain rotted. I'm starting to get a bit tired. So I think we'll be wrapping this one up. But yeah, as I said, I basically like said everything I wanted today. Yeah, thank you for the headpad. Thank you. Yeah, unfortunately, no games today. No games today. We'll have more games later. As I said, it will when I return on like Friday. Okay, maybe I'll like return on Thursday, but like the main event will be like next Friday, which I will try to make a longer stream. And as I said, we'll probably play Postal 2. It's been a while, and you know, I want to try it out again. It'll be fun. It'll be fun for sure. Just trust the plan. Because you know, Postal is the kind of game. Postal is a game that, you know, can be good for you. Hit Spife, exactly. It can be good for you, but you will feel great when you like play the game. It's like very, very cool. So I think we'll play Postal. Maybe like even finish on one stream. You actually wonder. I wonder if it's like possible like finish Postal 2 in particular, and because you know I don't want to play Postal 4 for obvious reasons. But yeah, Postal 2. I wonder if it's like possible to like finish it in one sitting. I mean, only Monday to Friday. No Apocalypse Weekend. But like the original Postal 2. I wonder if you can like do it once after like not playing the game for like many years. Yeah, that'll be a fun thing to check, right? That'll be fun to see, I think. But yeah, I'm getting a bit tired right now. Yeah, no abiotic factor, unfortunately. Yeah, you know what? I think when I return next Thursday, if I will stream on Thursday, then I think we'll play abiotic factor. It's certainly possible if you play on a reasonable difficulty and don't set any pointless restrictions. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like more than doable if you like, you know, raid the police station and like buy all the crack pipes. I think it will be like pretty easy even. But I don't know. I know it's been a while. I may not remember all the tricks. And you know, Postal 2 is kind of a game you want to know you know. Sometimes you just want to take on Postal slow and just, you know, brief on the detail. Just imagine the smell of Paradise, Arizona. That would certainly be a smell. So yeah, basically to summarize. Yeah, exactly. Deus Ex logic. Exactly. Just think about it. Napalm. That too. I mean, name a more iconic duo. Napalm and the marching band. I don't think you can. Okay. I guess maybe Gimps. Gimps as well. Yeah. See you later, Lace. See you as well. But don't escape yet. We still have to like raid someone. But yeah, basically to summarize. Yeah, I return on Tuesday. But I think if I'll stream, then I'll stream on Thursday, which I think we'll play Abiotic Factor, which we should play today, but we didn't manage to do it, unfortunately. And after that, on Friday, we'll play something for longer, which will be either Black Mesa or Postal 2, and I think it will be Postal 2, to be honest. Napalm Super Soaker, the real American pastime. Yeah, Actually, wasn't the Napalm Super Soaker from Postal 4? That was like one of the better additions in that game. Yeah, I think in Postal 2 it only had the Napalm launcher, right? Oh, I know. Maybe they added it. You never know. They keep they keep updating the game, right? I mean, for all you can say about running with scissors, like nowadays, for all you can say how they've been run these past few years, at the very least they're still committed to like Postal 2 and updating it, and updating it constantly since like 20 years or so, which mad respect for that. Got to aim high because the flame can lick back along your string quick and make you go boom. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's Postal 4, right? I don't remember it was in Postal 2. But yeah, I guess that will be how it works in Postal 4 as well. Hold on, now I need to check it actually before we leave. Postal 2. Okay, apparently it exists, but it was like a cut weapon. Okay, so I guess maybe it's like a not cack. Maybe it's like a cut weapon that was just brought back because they actually did and brought back some cut weapons in the update. So maybe that happened. Yeah, I know, first party, I know. Let's not theorize. Cack. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Postal 4 had a cack weapon. Freudian. Yeah, let's not go that way. Let's not go that way. We need to finish. Who can we raid? Hold on. Let me check. If there is no one, then I'll raid Ramnor. You know what? Q's is still streaming. Our great squid friend though. Yeah. Sorry. Maybe some other time we'll raid Severin. Yeah, we'll go and raid Q if he's not finishing up yet. So yeah, let's go and meet our cute, no pun intended, squid. So yeah, that's all I have for you for today. I'm very sorry again for like doing a scuff yapping instead of scuff gaming today. But as I said, it's been a hard day for me, unfortunately. Yeah, thanks for being here, third party. Thank you. And yeah, thank you all for being here today. Thank you for chatting. Thank you for streaming. I hope you enjoy yourselves today, even though it was a bit hard, I guess. But yeah, thank you, Lawbringer. Thank you, third party, as always. Thank you, Deus Ex Logic. Thank you, Lei. And thank you, Karen, for chatting today. Thank you. I hope you enjoy today's stream again. And I see you guys next week. Yeah, I think I'll also be a bit radio silent as well during the time. I don't think I'll have PC or my laptop during the travels. So there is that. But yeah, basically, I'll see you guys next week. For now, see you later. Oh fuck, I didn't enable the raid for a bit. Hold on. Okay, now it works. Okay, see ya, guys.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh shit! Hello, Raiders! Welcome in, Zan Parsnip. Hello, ow! Hello, third. I'm fighting the Elite Four. Hello. Let me give you a shout out.